Hey everybody, it's your girl Nothing's Impossible 77 straight out of Brooklyn. Happy Easter. I hope each and every one of you are having a wonderful day with your family, with your friends, with someone that you love, or maybe you're just spending it quietly by yourself, just relaxing. But whatever you do, I hope that you're doing it in the utmost peaceful way. Get it? I was thinking, as I always do, and typically you can know, these days when I pop this video camera on, something jumps into my heart and spirit. And I've noticed there's something very strange about mankind that is really starting to, resonate with me. I noticed that a lot of people are very selfish. And I mean, I can even put myself in that category as well because I want to keep it really real. Now, let me tell you what I mean so you can understand where I'm coming from with this. I just feel like a lot of people are selfish when it comes down to their own situation. Let's just say, for instance, my daughter comes to me and she tells me about an injustice that she's been, dealing with or had to go through. And immediately, because she's my daughter, I'm going to become defensive of her, and I'm automatically going to have I'm going to have a problem with the person that caused her the offense. It's just an immediate reaction because this is what we do, being protective over our loved ones. And if you notice, even in the animal kingdom, even the animals, they automatically become very defensive of their young ones, their cubs or their puppies or whatever their babies are called in the, nature world. It is an automatic instinct to become very protective. But we're human beings and we're far more, we far exceed them as far as, intellect, we're, it's funny because animals to me surpass us with loyalty. And we are supposed to surpass animals with everything. Let me digress a little bit. Animals actually instinctively take care of their young. Some of us as human beings take care of our young. Some of us don't. With most animals, it's just instinctive, if you know what I mean. So I digressed a little bit. So now, if my loved one has been given an injustice and she comes to me or he comes to me and tells me of this injustice and I automatically jump up and how dare they do that? Now, don't get me wrong. My initial instinct is going to be to get upset, but then I'm going to want to hear the story. 9 times out of 10, we take up for our loved ones or our friends or, things of that nature. Do you remember when you was in high school and your homegirl had a problem with the homegirl in, second period and automatically you didn't like that girl because your friend didn't like her? Do you know that grown people still do that? Grown people taking offense towards people because all they have done is heard the story of the person they care about and they could give less than 2 almonds about you. That's selfish. If you want to, in my opinion, exceed in this life and have the mind of Christ like I do, see, I don't know what kind of mind you want, but I'm telling you about me. And this is my channel, so I guess I could talk about me, right? Me wanting to aspire towards having the mind of Christ, many times I have to ask myself, what would Jesus do? And boy, let me tell y'all, it hurts me sometimes because I don't want to do what Jesus did. I want to punch you in the face. But Jesus wouldn't do that. It's a heavy thing to want to grow and to live a good life. To live a life. You okay, Mom? Sorry about that, guys. It's okay to live I want to just live a good, decent life. I want to love people even when they're unlovable. I want to always remember that I want you to treat me the way I want to treat you the way I would want you to treat me. I call myself out sometimes on my own selfishness. And I also observe the selfishness of others towards me. I see a lot more than I say that I see. And the beautiful thing about it is that the more I surrender myself to God, is the more I notice that I'm able to handle things. It doesn't really get to me the way it normally would. I'm not going to dislike you because my best friend doesn't like you. I love my best friend. But my best friend is going to have to sit down and talk to me. And then I'm going to say there's two sides to every story. And then I'm going to say, no, wait, there's three sides to every story. There's my friend's side, there's the other person's side, and then there's God's side. Or some people say my side, your side, and the right side. Well, we all know the right side. It's God's side. I'm not going to try to carry bad feelings in my heart towards people. My heart is sick enough as it is. I don't need anything else in there. And just for the record, even if it wasn't sick, I don't want to carry all of that in there. I come on this channel and tell you guys I have heart disease. So, hey, but many of you have heart disease of another nature. You've got hatred, envy, strife, deceit, hypocrisy. You got heart disease. No matter what you think of me or what you think of the things I say, if you're aspiring to one day see God's face, stop fooling yourself. The Bible says love conquers all. So since I can't conquer the rest, I'm running for love. I don't know about y'all, but I want to love. Because the rest of it I just can't seem to do. But I can love. So I'm learning to love my enemies. And I'm learning to love those that use me, that say false things against me. I'm even learning to love those that say the truth. Instead of praying for me, they talk about me. I love you. I have no time for it. And that's what I wanted to say today. And I guess now that I'm listening to my message, it really kind of falls into the Easter thing, right? So that's it, guys. You know? Clear out all that filth and that junk and all that stuff. Ask yourself at the end of the day, am I doing what I'm doing right now? Would God be pleased with me? The thoughts that I'm having towards my husband or my wife or my friend or my neighbor or my brother man or brother woman, would God be pleased with me? Even though I'm smiling right now and giving you the biggest grin, you know, I could be sitting there thinking, I hope you die. A lot of people do that. They give you this big grin and they're like, die. That's what they're thinking inside. Would God be pleased with that? If you're seeking to hurt someone, if you're just with them, listen, eating, drinking, making merry, but you just can't wait to get away from them so you could destroy their character. Will God be pleased with that? Ask yourself. And just for the record, if there's anyone that watches my videos that I may have offended knowingly or unknowingly, I ask you, before God and man, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to heaven. Yeah. Hope you get there too. Peace and love. Later.